All right, man. So Sexy Red is back into the news for getting sued for putting a hit out on a grandmother. Um, um, but at the end of the day, I think she just cosplaying the hood. I think she is a hood rat, but I think she's also laying it on thick. That's my opinion. I believe she's landed on super thick, playing this hood rat. I don't really think that's her. I seen her talk proper. I seen her apologize to Claretta Scott, to Malcolm X's daughter about some things she reposted and stuff. And like I said before, that's one thing about it. If you diffuse things and not match, energy or match emotions, and somebody come at you mad and you don't match those emotions and you handle them meek and you handle them with kindness and care and you don't engage, guess what? That fuel to that fire it's no fuel to that fire for it to grow. That's real stuff. There's no fuel to that fire for it to grow. So you have to remember that, like, if you just be cool about it and don't really trip about it and don't get angry and match anger with anger, you'll be okay. But then again, let's talk about her. This is crazy. And maybe she was joking, maybe she was being serious, but when you have a fan base that's as ghetto and ratchet and hood as hers, it gotta take everything gotta be taken serious. Sexy Red sued for ordering a hit on baby grandmother. So it says that Sexy Red likes to keep it ratchet. That may end up costing her some coin. Red is being sued by her baby's, her child's grandmother. I guess that's her baby daddy's mother, who claimed in December that Sexy Red used social media to reveal her address, dotted her, dotted her, what they call it. I forget what they call it, but you know what I mean. And then sent her fans to kick down her door and beat her up. While Nicole Barnes was never harmed, the threat disturbed her that she was forced to relocate from her Missouri home. She remained in limbo because she couldn't find another place she can afford, which is times is hard right now. On top of that, Barnes has to pay for therapy session to help deal with the trauma, having an angry mob after her. She wants millions, of course. So they always gonna let it on. This probably didn't affect her that much. Yeah, she got dotted or whatever. That did happen. Yeah, that did happen. And obviously that peace of mind, maybe she should have paid her rent for a year or whatever like that. But maybe, Sexy Red was joking, but with your power and your ratchet fan base, anytime you have a fan base, the real thing about it, bro, is, these people on social media do anything. They'll do anything. That's a fact. They'll do anything. They will do anything. So at the end of the day, yes, you have to be more responsible for what you're doing. She probably like, ho, I ain't giving you nothing. That's exactly how that conversation went. Ho, I ain't giving you nothing. I'm telling you exactly how that conversation went between them. Ho, I ain't giving you nothing. I'm telling you. So at the end of the day, she did it to herself. She gonna lose some money that she probably don't even have. She gonna come off that coin that she probably don't even have for being reckless. And you're gonna learn. When you got money, you become a target. Even if your security push you or your security push somebody, all of a sudden they got a broken leg or whatever the situation may be. And all of a sudden they got a broken leg. All of a sudden they got trauma. And these lawyers, I told y'all, it ain't too many people that's good people that's lawyers. They talking about insurance salesmen and how bad insurance salesmen are and all that type of stuff. Yes. But it ain't too many more people that's more dirtier than the judicial system. They send an innocent person to jail. Real talk. They will send an innocent person to jail with no remorse. With no remorse, they will send an innocent person to jail. Knowing that they're innocent just to be a winner. A judge will give a child to an unfit mother just to get a kickback allegedly in a pension and put a man who don't need to be on child support. for their own financial gain. They're some of the worst people. The majority of people that's in that judicial system, they going to hell. Hate to break it to y'all. Y'all going to hell. Now, it's some lawyers that do right. There's some people, DAs, that do right, but no. And people say, well, they just doing their job. If you know the person that you prosecuting is innocent, you still gonna prosecute them? That's your job. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, a lot of these lawyers will tell these people, you did trauma, or you had stress, you had this, that, and the third. When they see that they can sue somebody or get something out of somebody, that got something. Simple as that. Simple as that. So a lot of times these people be reaching. A lot of times these people be reaching. It don't be no real trauma or no real issues or nothing like that. I'm telling you. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. So when we start getting in there and we start having these conversations or whatever, or we start having these conversations, dude. I mean, come on. Come on. A lot of times these be reaching. And it's sad. So, but it is what it is. She shouldn't have did it. If she didn't do it, it wouldn't have costed her no money. So, but so but nonetheless, there's times we living in when the people are poor. They will do anything to get they will try to get money any and every way. She should have just, made a deal with her, but you don't want to be beefing. Let's just say how dysfunctional this woman is. You don't want to be beefing with your child's grandmother, but then again, they probably closer in age than anything. I say this: most grandmothers and mothers know when the daughter ain't ish, when the dude, baby mama ain't ish, they resent her. Even some of these women, I'm gonna see how fake women are real quick. Women are very fake. They make horrible friends. That's why you see these red pill ninjas telling y'all, why would you need for a woman for anything else but for stroking her? I ain't saying, all women like that, but that's usually what they tell people, right? They terrible. They'll be friends. They'll keep this woman around. They'll watch a TV show together. As soon as she leave, I don't like that bitch. But they'll be like, oh, invite her to the barbecue. Women, like when you see how women really operate, dude, like you understand why their friendships don't last long. But yeah, nonetheless, man, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, the whole nine. I appreciate y'all. Just hit that link in the link tree. Show you everywhere. Join the Patreon. She got the music entertainment playlist. Peace.